Have you already interviewed Michael?
Yeah, I've started with him.
Okay.
I still have more to do. We've only done a couple sessions, and I'm trying to get everybody else too.
Have you reached out to Shabadoo?
Not yet. Not yet. We'll get there though. Let's see. Your response.
Okay.
I hear different things, you know. Like, all right. That's that. Just keep this here. All right, cool. We'll start off real easy here. I'm just gonna kind of repeat the question, like let's say, what's your name? Or say my name is, you know, kind of thing.
Okay.
If we go there, and if I need to repeat, I'll just ask you. Okay. I think we're good to go here. What is your real name and dance name?
My real name is Vidal Luis Rodriguez, and my dance name for life is Little Coco.
Where did that name derive from?
I got the name Little Coco from my mother from birth, based on the complexion of my skin.
Okay. Where are you from, and where did you grow up?
Well, I'm from, and I grew up from, I'm sorry. I'm from Wilmington, California. That's where I grew up. For the first 7 years of my life, I grew up in Wilmington, California, in the harbor area.
And then from there?
I moved to Carson for a couple years. And then after that, by the time I was 9, I was traveling around the world making movies, so.
Sounds good. Where did you first see breakdancing?
Well, the first time I saw breakdancing, I want to say on Hollywood Boulevard when I was 7. It was the very first time I actually saw breakdancing, which is something that is from New York City, of head spinning, groundwork, and body rocking.
And what did you see there that day that changed your life, or what happened at the time?
Oh, well, breakdancing was just something new to California. I want to say in '84, but I'm originally a pop locker, which is a street dance formed of out of Oakland, California, from the Electric Boogaloos, which is a style of dancing, which is waving, popping, and floating. It's something a little bit. It's totally different from breakdancing. Breakdancing is more of the head spins, the back spins, and popping and locking is much more of a dance form. So.
Okay, so when did you first start breakdancing, and who influenced you in that?
I'm sorry. Well, when you say breakdancing or like pop, well.
When you first started getting into dance.
Okay. All right. I'll start over. Okay. My name is Lil Coco. I've been dancing since I was 4 years old. I was born in 1975, which means that in 1979 I began to train street dancing with a lady by the name of Diane Williams, which is Queen Boogaloo. From 4 years old, I've trained with her, which is solely Boogaloo and Bojangle style, which is a lot of routines and things that were choreographed from the Electric Boogaloos. But I want to say, in regards to Michael Chambers, Boogaloo Shrimp, which we all know him as Boogaloo Shrimp, the world knows him as Turbo. I met Turbo in, I want to say, 1979. He was we're from two different sides of Wilmington, California. I'm from the West Side projects, and he's from the East Side. My original teacher, Diane, Queen Boogaloo, she went to Banning High School, which Michael Chambers went to Banning High School as well. He danced for the band. Instead of a drum major, he would go out with the band and dance during halftime shows and do parades and stuff. And his dancing was something that we did, which was popping, boogaloo. So when I also did the talent show every year at 4 and 5 years old at the high school, and that's when I actually met Michael Chambers, because we were two I want to say powerhouses at the time, and anytime you have those powerhouses meeting, we would dance together or battle, but we never battled. It was more of at awe of, I enjoyed watching him dance, and I imagine he enjoyed watching me dance and learn too. So that's the very first time I met Michael Chambers. And then from there, let's say, I want to say about 4 years later, something happened to where Diane did not want to dance anymore. So there was a point where I had no teachers. So there was another group of kids that we all danced with. We were all friends, and they reached out to Michael and said that it would be best that we hooked up, and he would be able to teach me, and it would be best for me to dance with him because we were both of, I want to say, from the same town, and we were very good. So from then on, it was just, me and him every day.
Where would you guys practice? How did that develop?
We would practice everywhere. I didn't go to school, so I would kind of like live with him. So when he wasn't in school, we would practice in his home or in the garage, or I want to say just getting on the bus and traveling different cities, different neighborhoods, battling. That was our practice.
That's cool. How did the role for breaking come about?
It's kind of difficult to say because around that time when the movie Breaking was being talked about, everyone was starting to become I want to say we're starting to become more popular in their dance. So before the movie Breaking, we had auditioned for various concerts, dance acts, video shoots, and one of the video shoots that Michael actually auditioned and made it for was Lionel Richie, the All Night Long video. Yep. Then from there, it was just, they made connections, and then they were forming the movie, and then I want to say about a month after they did the tour, they came back and they introduced me to Shabadoo, and he was the main one behind the movie of getting all the dancers together, and because he had all the connections and he was much more experienced in Hollywood. So and it wasn't a traditional go out and audition. It was more of they brought them to me and I danced a little and they liked what they saw, and it was I guess it was on from there.
That's awesome that they would come to you. You didn't have to go to auditions.
No, yeah. And then that they actually had auditions. I auditioned for Shabadoo at a friend's house, Rudy, in his garage. And he just said to just come down to the actual audition. You don't have to dance. You don't have to try out. Just please come down and just show them you dance. So while everybody lined up and they did their auditions, I just kind of just hung out and danced for everybody, and it was pretty cool. I had I want to say a front of the line pass.
Yeah, because you had already booked it, kind of, right?
Well, it was much more of my my reputation, and then at the time there was lots of kid dancers, but I guess I was just one of the best at the time. So it was a lot of times I didn't have to audition. I just danced. It was free.
Okay, we kind of went through Blue Blue Shrimp when you first met him. What influence has Big Blue Shrimp had on your dancing? Or
I don't know. Probably everything. I mean, everything that he did, I did. But he wasn't just the only influence. But he played a big part because he was like my older brother.
Cool. That was perfect. That was awesome. Thanks for sharing. Tell me a story about Blue Blue Shrimp that sticks in your memory. Take your time. We're in no rush.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah, no problem. There's some deep issues going on, right? There's some other stuff going on.
Coco's mother passed away before the movie released, and he had a really hard upbringing, these interviews are kind of difficult because.
I appreciate the realness though. Like this is.
No, yeah, well, yeah, he, I don't know how to say this without it sounding bad. His mom was an alcoholic, and she ultimately passed away from cirrhosis right before the movie went to the big screen. They didn't have a stable home, so you'll hear a lot of they came to him because they really didn't have a stable home growing up. So to do this interview, it's kind of
yeah. I appreciate you so much.
It's a lot more than just
yeah.
It's a lot bigger than just. Not to say bigger than Belushi because he was very, very prominent in Coco's life. He was his brother because he did look out for them. They dealt with issues of hunger. They dealt with other issues that come along with having an alcoholic parent. And I believe that Michael, being with Michael and being able to do these movies was his freedom away from reality. So it kind of, no matter how you talk about the story, even with Michael, I'm pretty sure around talking about Coco, it's emotional. It really, really is because
there was a struggle. There was a struggle there for sure. Right?
More than a struggle.
Right. A lot of people act like that was a struggle, but it's just real to where it's not.
Well, that's the reason why he started dancing with the East.
Right, and you can go into that if you're comfortable with it. If not, we don't have to. You know, whatever you're comfortable with, Coco. You know what I mean? Get that real with you.
All right. Let's see. The fondest memory I have of Michael Chambers is the fact that it has nothing to do with dance. I would visit a lot, and sometimes I wasn't clean. So he would take me to the restroom and show me how to clean myself, not in the tub, but show me how to go in and wash my hands, wash my face, to be presentable and to be neat. That's what I want to say. I deep. It wasn't. Excuse me. It wasn't the dancing. It wasn't the opportunities to go out and make money and to feed myself and my family. It was him just being a brother. A real brother, not to show me how to take care of myself. And he did. He showed me how to go out and make money. He showed me that no matter where I come from, I can be whatever I want to be. And he always reminded me where I was from and who I come from. Yeah.
To go back a little bit now, where would you go dance as a kid? Like to go hustle? Like what picture? Like what would you do? Wake up in the morning, or how would it go down?
Let's see here. Our average day would start out. Let's say. You have any tissue?
Yeah.
Sorry.
How about some old school toilet paper?
Are you okay, honey? Thank you, dear.
And I apologize.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. Man, this is the realest stuff. You can't create this. You can't recreate nostalgic moments and real moments. That's what it's about. That's what it's really about.
Well, some people think that, oh, you guys just dance. It's the dancing was the it was the outlet to everything else that was going on, and people have to understand that if I was 4, Michael had to be like 10 and 12. When I was 9, he had to be, 15, 16. We did that on our own. We danced everywhere. Every corner. You see the kids now, they dance for popularity, for status. We dance for the enjoyment of being away from the hood. Our dance style is different. I appreciate everybody who come before us, the boogalooers, the strutters,